Okay, this video I'm gonna go over basically from the boat when I bought it to doing all the finish work, fiberglass, re-gel coating, redoing the non-skid, and taking it all apart really. So enjoy the video, and I'll have a couple of voiceovers throughout the video. This is her. She's got some TLC that's gonna be needed, but plenty of deck space, plenty of room for whatever you would want to catch. Storage here, big old anchor, nice fortress that came with it. All in all though, solid boat, lots of space, lots going on, lots of potential. Here's what really draws the crowd. Nice if I open it. There she is. Too bad I can't get the flash on after I turn on, and my light, I gotta turn the batteries on, but there's the Cummins. Looks really clean. Old man before took care of it really nicely. Just needs a new fuel shut-off solenoid, which I already have, and a new pulley tensioner in the front here. That one's a little squeaky, making some noise. Got the back end of the old electronics that are still in there. Gonna put some new Garmins and whatnot. This great isinglass, or whatever you want to call it, shroud for the console really comes in clutch when it's raining. Brand new T-top canvas. That's pretty convenient always. Here's the helm. We have some Cummins gauges that need some love. Old, super old electronics from like 2003 or something like that. That still work perfectly fine actually, which is impressive. Rubber ducky is a lucky ducky. Goes everywhere with me always. On the boat, in the water. Found him one day floating, which is pretty crazy. What else? There's no cup holders, so those are the cup holders. We have access to a bunch of goodies back here. So we got the batteries, the shaft, and the transmission are way over there. A muffler for the exhaust, which is interesting. And there's your rudder, bilge pump, all that stuff. This obviously when I'm running goes down there, catching the oil spills or whatever. And the main part of this boat, the transom live well, Euro style transom, as they used to call it back in the day. And there's my chum bag and a fishnet. It's gonna be clear glass one day. And then, yeah, 360-degree fishing around this boat. It's starting to rain, so it's gonna make it interesting. But boatloads, no pun intended, of storage. Check that out, just massive. Like, I just completely fit up in here to my knee. Pretty sick. So much space, I don't know what to do with it. I'm sure I'll find a way to fill all this. Although I don't like keeping much stuff in my boat, to be honest. I'm not using it right now, so if I get this dang hatch open, I'll show you this. These are not dry storage by any means. But yeah, hopefully once I finish working on this boat this winter, I will be back on the water by spring. Let's go over some things I'm gonna do to it. Okay, so I'm just doing post-production voiceover here. That's my trailer, and I'm gonna keep playing it as I go. I was testing out the hull, the yellowness, and basically seeing if we could wax it and save it, but I was like, screw it, I don't like the yellow very much, and started taking it apart and said, we're gonna just redo the gel coat on the hull. It did have some chips and scuffs, so this is the process of us getting started. We built a tent to make sure to keep everything inside of it, so we protected the elements. Here's me and the guys sanding the hull after we gel coated it. That's the engine. We whip that puppy out here in a second. Use a tree and a winch. Pretty old school, pretty simple. And yeah, there it is on the ground. No casualties. This is my mechanic looking at the what do you call it, the plungers and the P-pump. I had two of them that ended up being bad, so we replaced them. This is the process of pulling out the tanks. This was an interesting learning process. We foamed them back in. These are the new ones. Cost me about $5,000, so that was fun, but I knew I was going to replace them anyways. Why leave 20-plus-year-old tanks in a boat when I'm in the midst of redoing it all? Thankfully, this boat is pretty easy. I just come out and put them back in. That's the hull finished. Came out great. Kind of like an off-white with a hint of gray. Now we're working on the inside here, spraying it all down. We sanded it. We pretty much buffed it, filled in anything we needed to fill in, put tela, as we call it in Spanish, which is fiberglass, into places we had to rebuild up. We wanted to add more structure into it. It was a fun learning process. I had never done gel coat personally. My buddy had those, so I was just filling it in, watching him do it. Now we're buffing it all up. We had to acetone everything, remove the wax, and then we buffed it after the fact. This is the console. We pulled it out with the same tree. I stripped up everything out of this one myself. And as you can see, took a funny little picture of the inside with the holes. It was my first time really kind of taking anything apart on a boat like that. Fiberglass the holes back up. And off we go to restoring the whole damn thing. Came out freaking brand new, basically. It was a great turnout on this console. Now I go on the inside, and we have I put total boat paint. Not too sure how long it'll last or whatever, but screw it, we'll test it out. Put on 2 thick layers, let it dry. It's not sticky at all. Seems smooth. Seems like all the water and everything, will just flow down the boat. I think the key here is going to be putting on the trailer every now and then, and jacking it up real high and letting everything wash out. This is the transom part where I painted the bilge. I took everything apart. It was very tedious and time consuming. Wanted to make sure I do it just right. And for the grand finale here, wrapping it up, taped all the hatches where the non-skid should not go, and we decided to go with a yellow fin style non-skid, which is like gel coat balls. You can kind of see in this video a little better at the end. And this is kind of the most permanent way to do gel coat. It's better than the sand. It doesn't come off. It doesn't feel as rough either, but yet still provides great grip and lasts a lot longer. Some cool pictures. And wrapping it up. Guys, I hope you stick along for the ride. It's been fun. It's been almost say 8 months or so to get to this point. Mainly working on it on the weekends and stuff. But yeah, it's a fun project nonetheless. Take care.